Anthropic is talking about a custom AI chip with Samsung only about 1 week after OpenAI's Broadcom announcement. A pace that signals, here is tonight's briefing: chip leverage battles, platform consolidation, and a Linux security change that deserves a hard check before your next rollout. Anthropic is in talks for a custom AI chip with Samsung, says TechCrunch, about 1 week after OpenAI announced a custom chip tie-up with Broadcom. Anthropic still has not finalized what the chip is for, where it fits in servers, or how much power it will deliver. The company also said its compute strategy still depends on a diversified hardware stack with chips from Google, Amazon, and NVIDIA. For teams running long-running inference, this is a direct reminder that chip strategy can force runtime choices and capacity plans to change. When two top labs are already racing on custom silicon, infrastructure teams should design for hardware agility, not single vendor lock-in optimism. OpenAI reportedly proposed giving 5% of the company to a U.S. sovereign wealth fund, according to Financial Times reporting on Sam Altman. The proposal is framed as sharing AI upside and easing political blowback, and it mirrors comments from June about broad public participation. The reports also note that any formal move is still preliminary and could require congressional approval. For enterprise developers, this is not abstract finance news. Governance shifts can affect compliance posture, procurement confidence, and contract strategy. Equity structure is becoming a technical dependency for builders because platform trust and legal posture can move faster than model quality. Microsoft is folding consumer and enterprise Copilot chat into one AutoPilot app, and the memo says the merged app includes coding tools plus AI agents. That is a 2-to-1 consolidation of Copilot surfaces, which changes where prompts, permissions, and agent tasks will run. The public details: if your team has separate scripts or docs for different Copilot flavors, now is the time to unify and retest. This is less about UI tidy-up and more about a single control plane, and that usually means your governance and policy work suddenly has fewer loopholes. Podman 60.0 has shipped, and the Hacker News discussion already has 283 upvotes and 107 comments. It is a major version jump, so you should assume compatibility checks are needed even before reading every line of the changelog. Container tooling is infrastructure, and small behavior shifts in CLI and runtime can break CI pipelines, local dev, or deployment. Before broad adoption, run Podman version, Podman build, and your standard build, and run workflows on a canary path. Most teams treat version bumps as maintenance, but major bumps are where build systems quietly test how disciplined you really are. Linux 699 now leaves LUKEX suspend keys in memory instead of wiping them after sleep, according to the Hacker News post that logged 300. That is a meaningful security behavior change for any team relying on encrypted Linux hosts with suspend or hibernate cycles. The captured material is clear on the behavior but gives no migration playbook, so validation must be done in your environment. If your threat model assumes suspend behaves like a memory clear, run controlled tests and update hardening docs before policy sign-off. Kernel defaults can drift under your feet, so teams that depend on memory safety assumptions need periodic reality checks, not annual ones. If this helps your team make better architecture calls, follow and subscribe for the next edition, and the links in the description.